Most men think that women are only interested in those perfect, muscular bodies, the expensive cars under them, or fat wallets. And because of this devastating misconception, they keep throwing away those most obvious, "I like you very much" signals, exploding right under their noses, with their own hands every single day. By the end of this video, we will clarify in 5 steps how to turn that confusing silence, those endless guessing games that keep you awake at night, in your favor. You will start reading even the slightest behaviors of the woman in front of you like a master code breaker, and you will bury that "does she like me" question into the dusty shelves of history. I am Clara. I am here to guide you through the labyrinth of female psychology, that which often seems complex and contradictory, but actually operates with perfectly flawless mathematics. I will translate for you that secret language that we women never say out loud, but constantly scream through our actions, eyes, and bodies. Evolutionary psychology presents us with a very clear reality, gentlemen. Females are always the selective side in nature. To protect our social values, to reduce that terrible risk of rejection to zero, and not to look like easy prey, we never take a step directly or overtly. Instead, we leave tiny, hard-to-notice, psychological breadcrumbs around you. Your sole masculine duty is to follow those breadcrumbs like a detective. This sounds logical, but there is actually a much deeper, much darker trap that 90% of men fall into. Well, that trap is assuming the obvious attraction. Signals a woman creates are just a polite friend attitude or ordinary kindness. And by not taking action out of fear, you destroy that golden opportunity with your own hands. 1. Information gathering and the detective reflex. In relationship dynamics, one of the strongest, most subtle signals that a woman is truly attracted to you is how much data she collects about you. Most men only focus on the topic superficially during a conversation. However, if a woman secretly likes you, she begins to ask you very private, very detailed questions within the flow of conversation, almost like a human resources specialist. She is deeply curious about the names of your closest friends, your weekend routines, your childhood memories, your future plans, or those special relationships with your family. Sometimes she even does this so skillfully, so elegantly, that while you are caught up in telling your story, you don't even realize she is putting you through a ruthless interview. Gentlemen, let's be honest. At this point, the female mind is actually looking for the answer to this question. Is there a place for me in the architecture of your life? What are the emotional burdens you carry from those dark relationships in your past? And do you possess the masculine potential to build a safe, solid, storm-resistant future with me? If a woman wants to dive into the depths of your life, into those private waters, she has already started opening a massive space for you in her mind. Believe me, gentlemen, no woman cares one bit about what an ordinary male friend ate for dinner or where he wants to be 5 years from now. Now it's time for honesty. I'm really curious about this. Has there ever been a woman in your life who remembered even the most insignificant, smallest detail you told months ago word for word? A voice saying, "You drink that coffee without sugar," or "You didn't like that band." If so, what did you feel in that moment? Please go down to the comments and share those memories with me. Write them so we can discuss together how none of those details were remembered by coincidence. And of course, don't forget to like the video so you don't miss these sneaky secrets of the female mind. You might think you've noticed this information gathering stage, but the truly critical turn is hidden in the next step. And because just asking questions is not enough, if that woman is not sacrificing her most valuable thing for you, those questions are just momentary curiosity. 2. The time paradox and priority flexibility. The biggest, most blatant lie of the modern dating world is hiding behind that cold phrase, "I'm very busy." The real and brutal evolutionary rule is this: gentlemen, no woman is too busy for a man she truly desires, is attracted to, and who has taken over her mind. Let's say you offered to have a coffee or go out with her. If she just tells you, "I'm very busy with work this week, believe me, I have no time, maybe later," and closes the subject there like that, congratulations, it means you are being rejected very politely. However, if there is a secret, autonomous attraction between you, that world's busiest, a most CEO-like woman suddenly turns into a time wizard. She flexes her own unshakable schedule, her own iron-like routine according to you. She offers her own alternative by saying, "I'm really full on Friday. But how about an early coffee Saturday morning?" The truth is this: we women are measuring your perceptions at this stage. When I brutally break my own routine for you, when I flex my schedule and open space for you, will you notice this and lead my silent effort by giving it value? A willing, desire-filled woman never builds a massive, unsolvable wall for you, gentlemen. She always, but always, adds a secret door next to that wall. Let's say you caught that time creation flexibility. But if you miss this point, all those time slots can turn into an ordinary buddy meeting. Because the woman must surrender not only her time, but also her power to you. 3. Vulnerability, sharing, and request for help. The Benjamin Franklin effect. One of the most elegant, most masked signs that a woman secretly likes you and is autonomously attracted to you is her asking you for help, or an opinion even on matters she can handle very easily on her own. Even a woman who stands on her own 2 feet, who is highly independent and says, "I can do everything," will knowingly and willingly open her strong, impenetrable armor a bit when she is with the man she likes and desires. She goes and asks you about a strange clicking sound coming from her car, consults your opinion for a gift she's going to buy, or asks for masculine support for a small problem on her computer, or just for an object she could carry herself. In psychology, this magnificent tactic is called the Benjamin Franklin effect. When you do someone a favor, or when someone does something for you, your brain starts to believe that person by thinking, "I am putting effort in for this man, therefore I value him." Our biological radar scans this question at this point. Are you eager to be my hero? To offer me that unshakable, reliable masculine energy that can solve the little problems in my life? When a woman asks for your help, believe me, she does it not because she is inadequate, but because she knowingly and willingly allows you to interfere in her life, to enter her private space. You've noticed that armor opening. However, when external factors, that is, competition, enter the fray, the color of the game will suddenly turn fierce. 4. Is social competition and environment control. One of the most explosive and easiest to read signals of a secret interest, a suppressed desire, emerges in that moment of danger when there are other women around you. Women have radars with an incredible, almost predatory sensitivity regarding protecting their potential mates from other females. Think, you are in a crowded environment and another woman gave you a witty compliment or chatted with you in a flirtatious way for a little longer than necessary. In that moment, you will see a sudden, sharp change in the behavior of the woman who likes you. She either physically gets much closer to you, closing the distance between you with her body to give the message, "This man is mine," or she suddenly changes the subject of the conversation to draw all your attention back to herself. Or she gives a slightly condescending, sarcastic, but extremely polite reaction to what the other woman is saying. This is a primitive female instinct defending her territory, her man. In fact, the test you are giving here is this. How do you approach other options around you, those cheap interests? Do you immediately get carried away by that tiny interest from another woman? Or do you have a character strong enough to keep your focus on me, the real prize? The effort to protect her own space, that is, you, is the clearest, most brutal indicator of the evolutionary value a woman gives you. 5. The initiative trap and decision paralysis. And now we come to that most dangerous, polite-looking reverse corner that determines the fate of the game, and then causes you to throw everything in the trash in a second, even if you catch all these 4 signals. Listen very carefully here, gentlemen. Most men think that women want to be the modern, independent, and dominant side that decides everything and keeps control at all times. And because of this terrible misconception, they constantly show a so-called politeness, a gentlemanliness, by asking, "Where should we go? What would you like to eat? What time suits you? Let's do whatever you want." However, gentlemen, this is a massive, unforgivable mistake that kills that sexual attraction between you within seconds. A woman who truly likes you, who turns on those green lights for you, leaves the initiative, that burden of decision-making, entirely to you. She feels an incredible, non-autonomous pleasure in surrendering to your masculine leadership, your unshakable decisiveness. As of today, completely stop making this mistake. Stop constantly asking for permission, checking the ground to see if you are available, and leaving the decisions on her shoulders like a heavy sack. Instead, stop doing X and start doing Y. Start saying, "I'm picking you up at 8 Saturday night. I've discovered a great place. You're going to love it." If she truly likes you, she will accept your direction with pleasure, without the slightest objection, and will relax by taking a deep breath in the face of that masculine decisiveness. She turned on the green lights for you, gentlemen. Now your only duty is to take the wheel. To sum up, women show their interest, not with banners or grand declarations of love, but by remembering those tiny details in your life like an agent, by creating time out of nowhere for you, yes, by lowering their own armor and asking for your help. by guarding against female rivals in the environment, and most importantly, by dropping their shoulders and surrendering to your leadership. The men who can catch those tiny, silent, evolutionary signals are the real alphas who open the most secret, most private doors of female psychology. Now you've seen the signs, you are no longer in the game of blindness, you are in the real world. So which of these signals did you brutally throw in the trash until today, saying, "Oh well, she's just being friendly"? Let's have this big confrontation in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel to join this strategic female mind union and take your power back. Well, you've solved this problem. You caught all those secret signals that the woman likes you, you took the wheel, and you've entered a great path. But what if this intense interest from the other side suddenly starts to fade for no reason? What if that first excitement is lost, messages decrease, and she starts to see you as an ordinary, boring person? Then you need to know how to turn this simple liking situation into an unbreakable, deep, and unshakable love. Click on the video you see on the screen now. Psychological ways to make a woman fall in love with you in a short time explained, and learn how to turn this temporary liking into a lasting passion that will last a lifetime. Like the video and see you in the next one.